What's up, everybody?
Yeah, we're live. So
How's it going,
Nick is
Cena?
going. Yeah. So you're going for a walk in Vegas, and I guess I'll show everyone. I'm here in the pool in Newport Coast, just chilling in the jacuzzi because we're cool like that. We can pretty much podcast from anywhere.
Life is good, man. Technology is legit.
For sure, for sure.
So it's an interesting day, so we'll get right into it. It's round two of AMC and GME the trilogy. I mean,
Did you
I
buy?
can't,
Did you
I
buy?
can't
Did
believe,
you buy?
bro. You have to just buy and not even think about it. There's nothing to even talk about.
So you bought some AMC or
There's
GM?
nothing to even talk about. Nothing crazy at all. But like, I put $500 on each of them because I'm like, why not?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So I bought
Because
AMC. I bought a thousand shares of AMC at $3 before all this bullshit. But when it went up, I actually panic sold because I was just like, dude, this is too crazy. So I bought it at three
makes no
dollars.
sense. So I'm gonna get rid of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I basically check it like in 3 days, it went from $3 to like it was like $15. So I basically sold 900 shares, and so I
What was
still
your
have
profit?
100
Your
shares.
profit was what?
So
900 at 3 bucks.
900, but now it became 15. So it was pretty good. But I have to pay
Yeah,
taxes
that's
on that
nice.
shit. It's lot. What is it? Short-term capital gains.
Yeah,
So
you
it kind of
5x
sucks
you
on that.
5x your money though.
Yeah, but then I got to give like 40% to the government. California takes a cut too.
40? Wow, in
Yeah,
Nevada it's only
California
like
sucks.
18.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's smart that you live in Nevada. I don't. So whatever,
That's
dude. But
brutal. It, it looks pretty nice there, so you can't complain.
yeah, I mean, I would
So
say Vegas. Go ahead.
it's just wild with things like that. I mean, there's nothing to even speculate or debate about when things are going ape shit like that. Excuse my language. You just have to jump in
Yeah, but
because
you're
the
not
with
going crazy. You're being responsible. Like $500 is nothing to you. You're not like
nothing. But
putting mortgage.
you also don't want to like deliberate on it and then do it in 3 days and then the floor drops out from under you like Russian roulette and you get stuck holding the bag. Just
That's
get your
true.
money and get out. Because even don't be greedy and stupid. That's honestly the best lesson that I could give these people watching. Don't be greedy and stupid, especially because we're living in absolute la la land right now with all time crypto prices, all time stock prices, all time home prices. Interest rates are at all time lows. I mean, it's absolute la la land to make money. So if you're making 40% in a fucking day, sell your stuff. You don't have to be greedy. You're making money hand over fist.
For sure. That's so true.
And so
And
it's like you have to be responsible with this. Like, no, it's not going to last forever, and you want to take advantage of it. I understand that also, but like, don't be stupid.
but
Making a
another
40% return in a day or even a 20% in a day is absolutely ridiculously good.
but another thing I want to bring up is that $500, you could buy champagne with it. You could buy another like Gucci belt. So the fact that you're
Yes.
investing it, even though it's a crazy investment and a speculative investment, if you're not buying
Yes.
stuff, that's like the biggest problem to most people is, you know, but getting something a good deal on something is still worse than a shitty investment. If you get a Mercedes for $10,000 off, that's great. You got a Mercedes, but
Yes.
I would rather YOLO it instead.
And to me, honestly, so this is something that's interesting to kind of touch on real quickly with these guys. Being born and raised in Vegas is very easy for me to become a compulsive gambler. And I actually gambled about $3 million in 6 years.
Yeah, and I would
Which
love for you to talk
which you
about
and I
that.
have talked about that privately
No, but
before,
you
but
haven't. Yeah, no, this is like a really good topic. I really, really, I'm hoping you can actually talk more about this because I think I told you my brother also has gambling issues.
yeah.
Probably not on your level, not on not $3
Yeah,
million
I mean
dollars.
it's crazy. It really is. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was over the course of like 6 years, but that means that I'm still averaging gambling about 10K a week for
Yeah,
6 years straight, because that's
yeah,
about 300 weeks about. So
yeah,
I mean, it was just crazy. Where it was like, dude, it's just bad. And the thing is,
yeah.
that's why I left Las Vegas. Was it was just better for me. It made more sense for me to move away from it and just make it less accessible. And to be honest with you, if I want to have that rush, the speculative investments and even doing some option trading is a better outlet that's more responsible still. Because
But
with gambling,
I was going to say, so, okay. So the main thing I want to, and I know people love doing options and all that stuff, but I'm going to tell you this right now. My strategy is just buy and hold solid stocks. So like you can do the options, you can do all that stuff, but hopefully that's like 10% of your portfolio. And that's after you.
I mean, you have to keep in mind, especially to all of you guys that are under like 25 or under, and even 30 or under, about my age people, coming from someone that's happily lost 10K in a day gambling and has risked thousands of dollars over and over and over again and lost from gambling and won. I mean, I've won tens of thousands of dollars in a day too. I've won 30K in a day. I've won 17, 13, 10, plenty of times. And so it's like, dude, I get it. I get it. It's freaking cool when you go and make 5 figures in a day and you're just on top of the world. Nothing is more exciting than that when you feel that rush and you're like, woo-hoo-hoo! Like you really did something. And
But that's what makes gambling addicting. That's what makes gambling so addicting.
And options are not different. You're checking it every 30 seconds, every 3 seconds, scroll and refresh and refresh and refresh. Like, oh, it's up more. Refresh. And yeah, that's cool and that's fun. But it's still so speculative and so dangerous relative to buying and holding sound investments. When you understand how investments work, you can take a step back and breathe because you know that you're putting yourself in a good position.
Yeah. And let's just talk about the billionaires. Yeah, let's talk about the billionaires. So, for example, Jeff Bezos, does he do option trading? Does Bill Gates do option trading?
I highly doubt that the wealthiest people in the world give a damn about an option.
Exactly. They just hold solid companies. And believe it or not, you know who's the biggest stockholder of Apple? Guess who owns the most Apple stock?
I think that it's Warren Buffett, but I could be wrong.
No, Bill Gates. Warren Buffett through his company, but that's but Bill Gates. That's how smart a gangster Bill Gates was. He's like, well, if I can't buy you, I'll buy your stock and make money off of you.
If you can't beat them, join them.
That's a billionaire. That's a billionaire's mindset. Is that, you know, like you should take that 10% and maybe do the speculative stuff. You know, go for it. I'm not here to tell anyone not to.
It makes a lot of sense to take shots downfield personally, because will that pay off? Maybe, but it's worth you taking a relatively small amount of your risk for a huge potential upside. I think that makes a lot of sense, especially when you're in your 20s, and even a teenager, 18, 19-year-olds. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the best way to make money is the slow way. I want everyone here watching.
Agree, and I could not agree more with you. The best way that you're going to get rich is by buying and holding, period. And it doesn't matter if it's real estate or stocks or even crypto. The best way for you to get rich is buying and holding, period.
Yeah, there's a lot of wind. Is it getting windy? Because it's like kind of messing up your mic. Okay.
Yeah, I'll mute it real quick.
Yeah. So, yeah, that sucks that you're going through some wind or whatever. But no, Nick's giving some great advice. And so I guess like a theme for this podcast is that you can go ahead and be speculative, go do all your crazy stuff. But Nick makes a great point. You know, when you hit your 30s and 40s, hopefully, and if you watch this podcast and you want to be smart, don't make the mistakes that we made. But, you know, if you want to, go for it. And I think Nick brought up something really, really important, was that Mercedes purchase. You know, like if you're going to buy a Mercedes or invest, sometimes it's better to, you know, go big with the investment and then just, you know, instead of getting a brand new Mercedes, get like a used one or something. Nick, you want to chime in? I don't want to do all the talking.
No. I want you to keep going just so I can kind of get free of the wind. I can. Oh, it actually calmed down. Perfect timing. Yeah, I mean, so coming from someone that knows, I mean, it's crazy because with things like Tesla going like 12xing last year, and Neo, and and a bunch of companies, all of the IPO companies that had outrageously successful opening days and opening months, all of that stuff is not real. I mean, we're in complete la-la land, and so it's important for you to not get greedy because things are so absurdly good right now. You still need to go back to the basics. I
And it
can't tell
still
people
takes
that enough.
money. It takes money to make money. So you got to be able to save it to be able to invest it. So if
Go back to
you
the
can't,
basics with your investing. Like, you want to try and buy things that are sound companies. Yeah, it's cool to go and
Amazon,
get speculative things, but bank on companies that have their financials right.
give me some. So give me your 5 steady companies on the top of your mind, if I can ask you right now.
It's not even close to me. Number 1, 2, and 3 is Apple for me.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
love
even
Apple.
close.
By the way, buy the dip. Apple was $120 today. I bought some Apple at $120 today. Love Apple. That's actually probably the best. Okay, Apple.
And I'll tell you why, just so that people that might not know, they have so much cash on hand and so much revenue in their business that when you look at their financials, they're such a superlative company when it comes to their actual dotting their I's and crossing their T's. It's not just that they're this great tech company and everyone knows them and everyone has an iPhone. Kind of, but not really. When it comes down to it, Apple has been so smart about the way that they do business. They have so many hundreds of billions of dollars of cash on hand and so much cash flow from the revenue that they produce that they've put themselves in a position to continue to grow and grow and grow and have healthy numbers year after year. And that's why it's such a good company to invest in, especially when you see, and this is honest to God, Cena, I think that the reason that it dipped to 120, because it was all the way up to
140.
Yeah, so it was all the way up to 140 2 weeks ago. And I think, honest to God, the reason that, hear me out though, the reason that it went down to 120 is all the hedge funds had to sell their tech to cover their GME stock shorts. I swear on my life, I'm sure that that's why that happened. It dipped like that because they all ended up selling all their stock slowly but surely. It went from 140 all the way down to 120 because they had to get out of their tech positions to be able to cover getting obliterated in those shorts. I honestly think that. I really do.
And so if you are watching this and you don't own Apple stock, please go download, Robinhood? Because I know like a lot of people don't want to spend $120 on a stock. If you download Robinhood, you can buy a fractional share. So you can literally buy $10 of Apple. So if you are buying
even on
Dogecoin,
even on
I didn't know that.
Cash App, you can go and
buy
fractional shares of stocks as well as
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Cash App has made it available as well. So there's no excuse. It doesn't matter if you're paycheck to paycheck or if you have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to invest. Apple is such a sound investment. I also think that you can't go wrong with Amazon.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say Amazon is the next company.
Yeah, barring a monopoly like federal breakup, which I just don't see them stepping in and breaking their company up. I think that they're going to continue to have great numbers and continue to grow as a company as things move more towards online ordering and e-commerce. Not like they already aren't completely there, but I think that people are going to go to Walmart in person even less and buy stuff online and things of that nature. So I think that they're going to continue to have great numbers and grow over the next several years. So I think that that's a really good one that you can't go wrong with.
So once again, if you're listening to us, go get Cash App, go get Robinhood, and get your fractional shares of Apple and Amazon before you buy any Bitcoin or any other speculative asset, even though Bitcoin is really stable, actually. Dogecoin. If you're going to go buy Dogecoin, buy a little bit of Apple, buy a little bit of Apple, a little bit of Amazon, And so I'll do number 3. Let's continue this because we're trying to do 5 stocks. So number 3, I would say, is Google. Google. They own YouTube.
Absolutely.
Our content.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Google, and once again, it's like
unfortunately, Google's at an all-time high today. So
yeah,
it's not an ideal time to buy, but I would put it on
$10.
your watch list.
But like no, but it's like $10. That's why you buy like $5. Buy $10. You just average in because you can't
go pull the trigger.
You can't yeah. If you don't own any Google, just go get $5 or $10 of it.
So and then it'll automatically put it on your watch list once you purchase it on Robinhood.
Exactly.
So you can keep an eye on that and kind of put benchmarks in your head of like, okay, I'm going to buy more and it goes down to this price, or just set limit prices for yourself, like to scale in to bring that average cost per share down.
You need to add this to your fitness coaching. By the way, we haven't mentioned on this episode, he is a fitness coach. He does do free online training, right?
I do. So I started a supplement company back in November. So as a part of helping kind of grow awareness and promote the supplement company, I am giving away free programs, nutrition and workout programs for anyone that's interested.
In stock advice? He'll personal train you and give you stock advice.
You can't go wrong. So really, it's a little bit of everything. So,
what about number 4? Give me number 4. What do you think? Let's like kind of debate this out. Because we're agreeing. Yeah. If you want to pick, or if you want, I'll pick, and you can tell.
Here's the thing that I think is interesting, and I think that this is kind of an obvious one. It's overrated and underrated. I would say Tesla.
Yeah, no, actually, Tesla is a great, and I just bought some.
And I'll tell you why. A lot of hedge fund managers before it 12x were like, oh, we don't know about this, and like it kind of is dueling as multiple companies under one umbrella under the name of Tesla, but it's really SpaceX too, and they've got all of this stuff going on, and really it's just Elon calling all the shots, and no one else really has any say so. And we just don't know what we can make of it, and they don't make any profit, and so on and so forth. And then it went from about $300, 4,000 if it didn't split. I mean, obviously it went up to 800 plus, but it was 5x, did a 5-time split, so it would have been like 4,000. So it's over 13x in about 10 months ish. Is that right?
I still bought
about
some.
A year.
I still bought some today. I bought some yesterday. I love
it.
Tesla.
Was a phenomenal price today. Again, if you haven't bought any today, it dropped below 700.
$10. Buy $10.
Bro, here's the thing that people need to understand. Tesla is not going anywhere. I promise you. It is not going anywhere. Whether you hear people say it doesn't make any profit, or it's a speculative company, or hedge fund managers try and push you off of it, they were wrong the whole time. They said Elon's out to lunch, that this company doesn't make money, that they're going to go out of business trying to use the Tesla profit with the SpaceX and so on and so forth, and trying to build rockets with Tesla stockholder money. Look, this is as good as buying gets when it comes to Tesla. I think that it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and we might even see it hit 1,200 or higher this year. I honestly
not
think
surprised.
that.
All right, so we've agreed on everything. I just want to see maybe the 5th stock.
This is my sleeper.
You might disagree.
This is my sleeper one, and this is not necessarily something that I would say is my 5th best stock, but this is the one that I believe in.
Make it entertaining.
This is the one that I believe in the most, that I don't think that necessarily everyone would be like, oh yeah, I'm invested in that. And that would be, oh gosh, I actually forgot the symbol. So it's Virgin Galactic.
Yes, space. It's space. I have that stock.
Yeah, thank you.
Love space. SPCE.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe tremendously in Virgin Galactic. I think that it's going to end up being similar in performance to Tesla in the coming years, if not this year. I just think that space exploration is going to be like flying an airplane in our lifetime. I just believe
Okay,
that.
now I will disagree with you. Even though I love space, and if you guys click on this YouTube, I show my portfolio. I think space is like my 5th or 6th biggest holding, so it's very close there.
Same.
But okay, I'm going.
It's right there.
I'm going to disagree with you with actually two companies. Now, obviously, I think space is like, if you're going to make it your fifth pick, it's totally fine. The two companies that we'll give mention to that I would consider is the first one is Facebook, because we're still all addicted to Instagram. I know no one likes Zuckerberg, but I mean, Facebook with VR too. Can you imagine Clubhouse, but with like a VR set where you and I
still
can
the
like
real
meet?
deal.
Yeah. So Facebook,
You can't deny
and then
any of the FANG, man. You can't deny the FANG.
yeah, and then Microsoft. So I'm not Microsoft and Facebook. So I think
that's spot on. I think that Microsoft is similar to Apple in the sense that they just have so much money.
Yeah.
They just have such a soundly run company that betting against them makes no sense. That's it. And so when you're looking at a company, to invest, what are the things that you look at specifically? Like you look at
me, monopoly power, because every company that we mentioned has like the kind of their own monopoly. I mean, all of them, they're all monopolies.
Okay. Well, Microsoft obviously does not. So why do you bring them up?
But Microsoft does. So yeah, maybe Apple is a competitor, but like for example, if you're getting a PC,
Apple's better. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, PC, you have to buy Windows.
Product. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, but I mean, okay, so it's not like a true monopoly.
If you're going to buy a computer, you're not like, ooh, the Windows, blah blah. It's like
no, you're forced to. You're forced to. They get and then the Xbox, you're kind of forced to get an Xbox unless you get a PlayStation. So yeah, but you're right. Yeah. Microsoft is not as good as Apple.
That's not a monopoly because there's still options between the two. So that's not a monopoly because obviously you have choices.
Okay, Facebook is a monopoly. Facebook's a monopoly, right?
Well, they have Twitter. But yeah,
I know Snapchat. Snapchat's actually done better than Facebook, by the way.
Performance-wise, it has been.
Snapchat's my number one performing stock. But hey, we're going over. It is. It's sad. But we're going to go over the time limit. This is why we need to do this more often, because I feel like
we're going to do it about every other day.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this more often, but we're going to try to stay at the 20-minute mark. So yeah, thank you. I'll cut this all up. We'll and like I said, hopefully we'll do this more often. We'll talk more shop and check out his link tree.
Subscribe for both of us. Like this video. Go check out the link tree. If you're interested in training, it's free. Just give me your email and I'll shoot it over to you. We can talk more about your goals.
Now you have to include stock advice too, but they have
to. I got you on stock advice. I also am a licensed life insurance broker, so I can help you with all of your financial stuff.
And
you just hit me
that
up.
Is actually really important, guys. Is if you have a family, you got to take care of. I mean, obviously you should be buying stocks, but if you have a wife and kids and they have no way to support themselves,
life insurance is a very sound investment.
Yeah, so please talk to Nick if you have wife and kids, and it's like what, $10, $20, something small, right? To get life insurance.
I mean, you depending on your age and health, we can get you stuff that's very well. The cheapest person that I've ever gotten, he got great coverage. He has 7 kids, and he was only paying $40 a month, and he's actually 38 years old. And he's only paying $40.
We'll talk about this on the next episode. We didn't talk about insurance. We didn't talk about sports. So next episode, we got to talk about.
We got plenty more. All right.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Have a good day. We'll talk soon.
All right. Bye.